Welcome back to another daily problem walkthrough. Today we are looking at a hard problem called Number of ZigZag Arrays 2. Here is the official problem page, but it has a lot of text, so let me break down these rules for you visually step by step. Our main goal is to figure out how many different arrays we can build that are exactly n items long. The first rule is that every number we pick for our array has to fall between a starting limit L and an ending limit R. Next, we cannot put the exact same number right next to itself. So a 4 followed by another 4 is invalid. And the trickiest part, we absolutely cannot have 3 numbers in a row that are strictly going up, or 3 numbers in a row that are strictly going down. Because of these rules, the array has to constantly alternate directions, forming a zigzag pattern. Let's look at a quick example where our target length is 3, our lowest allowed number is 4, and our highest is 5. One perfectly valid sequence is 4, then 5, then back down to 4. It zigzags perfectly. The only other valid one is 5 down to 4, then back up to 5. So our final answer for this example would be 2. Real quick, if any part of the problem rules or the solution doesn't make sense as we go, please drop a comment on the video and I will reply to help you out. For our optimal solution, we are going to use dynamic programming combined with a math trick called Matrix Exponentiation. The reason we need fancy math is because our target length can be up to 1 billion. Standard step-by-step algorithms, which we used on the easier version of this problem, would just take way too long to reach a billion. To set up the math, we track 2 possible states for the end of our current sequence. State 0 means the last 2 numbers we placed went down. State 1 means the last 2 numbers we placed went up. Because we can't have 3 going the same way, ending on a decreasing pair forces our very next move to go up. We can create a grid of numbers, let's call it Matrix A, that stores all the valid ways to pick a larger number based on our limits. And another grid, Matrix B, that handles all the valid ways to pick a smaller number. By combining these into one giant matrix, we represent exactly how the sequences transition back and forth between going up and going down. Then, the magic trick is just multiplying this giant matrix by itself n minus 1 times. Matrix math lets us calculate this massive power in logarithmic time, skipping millions of loop cycles instantly. Here is the first half of the full Python code for this approach, showing our helper functions. And here is the second half with the main logic. Don't worry, we'll break this down. Let's break this down, starting with these 2 helper functions for matrix math. The first function is just standard 2D array multiplication, but it applies the modulo at every step to prevent the numbers from crashing the program. The second function is binary exponentiation, which quickly calculates massive powers by repeatedly squaring the base matrix. Moving to the main function, we first figure out exactly how many possible numbers we have to work with, which we call intimprud. Then we set up an empty grid for our base transitions. We fill the top right quadrant of our grid to represent all the valid ways to pick a number that is strictly larger than the previous one. Then we fill the bottom left quadrant to map out all the valid ways to pick a number strictly smaller than the previous one. Finally, we set up our starting state with 1s, raise our massive grid to the power of n minus 1, and just sum up the resulting row to get our answer. For our time complexity, it is big O of m cubed, because of matrix multiplication, times the log of n, because of our fast math trick. The space complexity is simply order m squared to store our transition matrices in memory. If you need the exact copy-paste code for other languages, you can find them on my website linked below. Here is the translated solution logic using Java. And here is the version for C++ developers. Lastly, here is the full logic written in JavaScript using big ints. Let's quickly go over the key lessons from this problem. Whenever you see a constraint up to a billion, standard loops will fail, so always look for mathematical shortcuts. If your current state relies entirely on previous linear combinations, matrix exponentiation is usually the golden key. I want to quickly mention that I've updated the format of these videos to make them punchier and more visual. Since this channel is narrated by AI, your feedback is crucial, so please tell me what you think of this new fast-paced style in the comments. I build these guides so I can study faster without distractions or YouTube ads. If you want to help keep the channel ad-free and support the goal of covering every single problem, consider donating at buymeaboba.com/LeetCodeDaily. Thanks for watching.